Alright guys, so today what I have for you is the typical Walmart special remote control car by this brand here. Onboard rechargeable battery, it's got lights on it, and what I'm going to show you is why I like these specific RC cars and how to adapt them to make your Knex remote control. No major cutting, no soldering, no special tools, just a screwdriver is just about all you're going to need. A drill bit also does help. So here we go. I'm going to show you what's going on in here. All right, so we've got the car out of the box. What essentially we're going to do is take the body off. This is the whole drive unit for the rear, electric motor, everything's back there. It comes off with just a couple of clips. This is the front steering. Everything is also self-contained right here inside that box. Last and final, this centerpiece holds the receiver along with the rechargeable LiPo battery and goes to the USB charging port. So we're going to go ahead and get this taken apart. Also, the other reason why these little remote control Walmart specials come in handy is that comes in the box. Your remote even comes with the two AA's that are needed for the remote. You get your car, and of course the most non-important piece is the owner's manual. Now I think we're going to be avoiding the warranty here in a minute, so let's just disregard this. Ooh, look at that battery. It's got a little bit of a dent in it right there. Well, let's see if everything works. I'm going to go ahead and turn the car on. That seems to work. Well, now that we know it works, we can take it apart. So first, we're going to start off by taking the body off. Now, when you do that, you'll have the two screws in the back, at least on this in particular model. One more in the front. And when you do separate them, be careful because there are some wires attached. We're going to go ahead and just... Ooh, it looks like that might be glued in. It's got a clip on it, but there is hot glue that is spilt out. Give me a second while I take this apart real quick. That undid the lights. The last piece is this little antenna piece, and we're just going to go ahead and just pull on the tin foil. And look at that, we're about a quarter of the way there already. The second piece that we're going to do is we're going to take our pick tool and just play with that little clip. That's the wiring for the steering. We're going to turn it around. And look at all that hot glue inside there. Let's see if we can get this wire out without breaking anything. We're going to use a little pick tool. Now you could use just about really anything. Let's try to get some of this hot glue out of the way. All right. So we're going to lightly pull on this wire while pushing up on the little tine. But it looks like hot glue has gotten in between the tine and the plastic plug. There we go. All I'm doing is I'm just pushing up on this piece, which unclips this end. All right, to get the drive unit out, what we're going to have to do is squeeze in these two tabs along with these two, and this whole motor unit comes out. Now, keep in mind which way is going forward with the car, which would be this side here, which is the direction that the wires are going. So we're going to go ahead and just push on these little tabs. A pair of pliers might be beneficial. There's one. Get that wire out of the way. All right, that's the first part. Now the front is quite a bit more simple. You just take your handy screwdriver, get those out, and then there's a little tine right here that we're going to push. Oops, hang on. I had forgotten about these two screws that are just inboard of the wheels. And there we have it. There's our front. Here's our back. Now we're going to take this piece out, which it looks like if we just undo this screw here, there we have it. Now, starting with the rear, that's the easiest one. All you're going to need is two pieces like that. And we're just going to push them pretty hard onto the tines that we're holding the drive unit. And you'll hear a nice little click. You could super glue these if you want, but they seem to stay on pretty darn good. They just take, there we go, quite a bit of pressure. But there we have it. The rear is now adapted and ready to go onto your Knex. Now the front's just a little bit more complicated. What we're going to do is take a white, silver, tan, or black rod of this length, and we're going to drill about an 1/8 inch hole in the end, about 7/16 of an inch deep, and then we are going to reuse the screws that were holding the front steering onto the car, and we're going to attach it right through. We're going to put the rod inside this hole with the little hole that we drilled in it facing downwards, and the screws will then go in from this side. So your end product will look like this. The drill bit I'm using is a 3/32, and like I said, we're only going to go about maybe 3/8 to 7/16 into the rod with drilling. And there we have it. Now that we have the holes in the ends of the rods, I like to thread in the screw a couple times and take it back out, just so it can cut its own threads. And then we will now attach it to the steering portion of the car. And now that we've attached those rods, what we have here is a front steering section that is adapted and ready for attaching to Knex. Now this doesn't always happen with the new Bright models, but this one here just happened to fit that these two tines are the same width apart as one short rod. So that makes it real easy to configure. Now, doing this method using the Walmart RC cars, I've also built this little Polaris, whatever, kind of little side-by-side thing. Got the headlights to work in it. And it uses pretty much the same exact principle. And I've also built much larger RC cars. This one here is kind of parted out at the moment. The servo is no longer inside there, nor is the brushless motor. This one here is powered by 3S, and the servo was hidden in the back. And as you can tell, there's quite a size difference. And in the next few weeks, I'll have a much larger RC vehicle than this. I'm shooting for something that's maybe 1/5 scale. And if you guys liked the video, please like and subscribe. I'm hoping to have quite a bit more content as the time goes on and I learn how to use the editing tools and all that fun stuff. As always, have a great day.